Hey everybody, this is your girl Deborah Coco, and welcome to the Just Give Me the Mic show where we pass the mic to you so you can tell the world who you are and what it is that you do. Welcome. To be a featured guest on the show, make sure you send us an email to justgivemethemic12@gmail.com. Also subscribe to Just Give Me the Mic on YouTube and check us out on Sundays at 8 and 10 p.m. on BronxNet Channel 68 and on MNN Network. But for now, sit back and enjoy the show.
Deborah Coco, just give me the mic show. BronxNet Channel 68 on your cable. RC and the fire, Spectrum Cable Vision, Time Warner, MNN, tell a friend if you don't know. It's twice on Sundays. Let us all say, just give me the mic. It's on your airwaves. Tell a friend, tell a friend.
We are back, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to Just Give Me the Mic today. Right now, we have a special segment going on. We have Easy Mo B, super producer, and doing music with some of the great people, the greatest in this industry. And we also have Big D in the building. Shout out to Big D, Ultramagnetics in the building. Lots of music from you. You're out here moving and shaking and doing so much right now. And collaboratively, you actually worked on a project that's just been released about 2-3 weeks ago. So thank you for coming to join me and talk about that, right? I definitely appreciate it. The last time when you came to the Bronx, you actually came to the what was that? What's Up? I don't even remember the name of the show.
Tough City.
Right? That was over there in Tough City. I came, right? I was with two other gentlemen. It was an online radio show. We got an opportunity to really talk and kick it and get into some history. You may not remember. I know you've done so many interviews since then, but I was enlightened that day to hear about so many people that you've worked with, and you told us some stories that a lot of people didn't know, like out in the news, about some personal stories that you had with different individuals, such as Biggie, some stuff with Tupac. I think you mentioned some stuff with some Wu-Tang artists as well, right? It was some of the Wu-Tang Clan that you actually worked with too. So you was telling us a little bit of stories, so that was very informative and interesting as well. Big D, what's going on with the music release? We're going to start. Who wants to start it off and let us know what's going on now?
Mo.
Yes, Easy Mo, what's happening now?
Well, the Big D Easy Mo B album it was long in the making.
Right.
Me and this guy used to run into the clubs, and I had this track that every time I would see him, it's like, yo, I need that track. The good thing about it is the track just remained available.
Okay, you never sent that out to nobody else. You
For
held
his
it for
sake,
Big D.
for his sake, nobody took it.
Okay.
So finally, we connected and went into the studio. It was just supposed to be one song, and then one song transitioned into an album, and then the album became all of these features.
Wow.
Breakdown.
Who were some of the people you worked with
On the album, break down a lot of them.
Cheeto from Fearless 4.
Okay, shout out to Tito.
Namely on the new single right now, Just Blaze.
Just Blaze
nice.
produced a new single. I got Sway Sever, Poison Pen, Mortal Technique, Good Time Slim.
Wow.
Yeah, that's out right now.
That's nice. Okay, you got some good names on there. People that's really making some moves.
Shout to Static Selector too.
Yes,
he
shout
did a
out to
song
that.
on the album also.
Okay.
It was between me. I got the lion's share. But between me, Static Selector, and Just Blaze.
Wow.
So
super producers on that right there.
He got a nice thing going on right there.
So it's basically your release, right? Now I know the last time you actually talked about how y'all was just kind of putting that together.
Right.
Y'all was just working on it, getting the beats, music, and all that.
Well, we've been working on the album now like 7 years now.
That long? Okay, well, I guess y'all must have been in the final stages of what y'all was going to do when we last met. And D, you've been going around. You've been showing up, you know, Rakim.
Yeah, I've been
big
on
thing.
tour
You've
with
been,
Eric
you've been on
Rakim,
tour traveling, doing so much stuff, and I'm like, every time I see, I get tagged.
Right.
Social media, D's here, D's over here, D's working. I'm like, wow, he stays busy. So I know you're excited about this release. You got some super producers, as you mentioned. So what can we expect? Like, what are we going to hear from
the
Big D?
single is moving right now. Then we got the album coming after that. We're doing a video for the single soon.
Okay.
The documentary coming. Then after that is just shows and tours, and then till we come back with the sequel.
So how it feels being solo right now? Because you've always been like, right, within a group, Ultramagnetic, and moving with people. And so how does it feel now? It's all about Big D, like, right?
Oh man, it feels good.
It does, right?
You know, I'm under new management. My wife, she got me working, man.
Okay.
Like, she got
Keep
us
it working, right?
hard.
Keep it working.
Yeah, and special shout to Ultramagnetic MCs.
Right. Yeah.
Heavy influence on me.
Okay, yes, definitely. That's a good question to ask. Like, coming up in the music, I know you've been doing all the beats. We talked about how, you know, your vision, you would put things together and you would just be like, all right, you would hold it for certain artists or certain people come by your house in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He don't remember that. I know. I remember. He looking at me
I told you the stories, but I probably forgot them. Like,
he's looking at me like, where she got that from? I got it from you. I just have a good memory. How you would say, everybody would drop by your house in Brooklyn and you would put beats on and stuff like that. Like, how do you feel now after so many years being part of this game so heavy and still doing music? Like, it's still like a great #1 passion for you. Like, how are you feeling right now with today's music versus when you first started producing for so many different artists?
honestly, blessed.
Right. The
Grateful.
longevity is
Grateful.
awesome, right?
Yeah, it's a continuous cycle.
Right.
You know, the
How-
same thing which brings me here today because of what me and him did together. You know, it just don't stop.
So
And
tell
then
us
I
about
got-
Big D as an artist or as a solo artist. Like, what are some of the things, did you have to pull anything out of him? Did he have to, how was the relationship working on this last project?
Yeah, well, with D, I just had to make sure, you know.
I'm laughing. You know
know
what
it's
I'm laughing,
coming,
right?
right?
I'm
You know it's
laughing,
coming,
yeah. He got his head down already, so, okay.
I just had to make sure that he didn't blast too many people on the record.
Right.
And you know, I'm like, yo, we trying to sell a record
Trying
here.
to sell this
to
music,
sell
right?
a product. Yeah.
But does controversy still work today, do you think?
Yeah, it
Is
works.
it still like one of those elements that, you know how some artists, before they come out with a track, they like start beef with somebody, or you might see
but that's never been me. Like,
Not saying it's you. I'm just talking about controversy in general. I'm not putting it on you. I'm just saying, is that something, I know artists use that tactic, right?
Yeah.
Let's make it known. Artists do use that to cause some type of press for themselves before they're about to drop something. Is that something that you still see being widely used within the industry before music is dropped? Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why do you think that's something that grabs all of our attention, that makes us want to... I could put up the most nicest post, sweetest pie, blessings to everybody.
It's funny you say that.
And they go past it, right?
It's like, did anybody see that today? But
It's funny you say that
fuss at
because
somebody. Forget about it.
It's funny you say that. Eminem been gone for so many years, and now he got a song that he just put out, and he's dissing Tupac on the record.
No way.
I ain't heard that yet.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I heard about him and the other
he
guy.
answered Tupac. A song Pac put out not long ago that came out where he was dissing Eminem. Now Eminem got a song dissing Pac.
Really? When he's gone? Like, is that really something?
And now you realize Eminem got an album coming out.
He does.
Yeah, he got an
so
album
that's
coming
probably why, you think? But I thought he was going after that other new rapper. What's the other, not new rapper, Machine Gun Kelly. I thought him and Eminem had something going on, no? It's just a little hype.
You never know what's going on.
Right,
man.
it's hard to keep up. Fake news, real news. Who could keep up with everything
These
that's
dudes
happening,
be dissing
right?
one another and be at each other's table for Thanksgiving. Right?
Exactly. So how is it important for another producer that's coming out in the game to really understand how to produce music, not just grab beats or just snatch up stuff? Like, what are some of the fundamentals that you feel that producers need to have to do that hot track?
Well, I mean, it depends on what the equipment is you're using. So that's a whole bunch of different methods that it takes to control the equipment.
Right.
But I mean, for content and history-wise, I just suggest that they go back and do the history Like if you could think of some of your favorite old music, or when you was younger, when you was coming up, that music was produced by somebody.
Right.
So I'm saying study those cats.
Study, right?
them and
Everybody
go
want
back.
to jump in the game, and everybody just want to start off and don't have no real starting point, right?
And just because you in music don't mean that you shouldn't take on the whole spectrum of everything going on around you. You know, you need to know who, just as well as Marley Marl
Right.
and the Bomb Squad.
Right.
You know, Said G,
Right.
which come from his beginnings.
Exactly.
Ultramagnetic, just as well. You need to know who Norman Whitfield is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Step
need,
out of that, your normal.
Yeah, you need to know that stuff like, you know, Angela Wimbush, she wasn't only a singer, she's a producer too.
Right. No, you're right.
And when you get to learn all of this and you sitting down and you studying the music, you picking the elements out one by one
Little
with
bit
your
from
ear.
here, right.
And then when you go to do your stuff, then subliminally you find yourself you doing that.
You can't help it because
Yeah.
you're being influenced,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So let's talk about your longevity, Big D, within the
Oh,
game.
man.
Like Ultramagnetic, when did
30
they come
years.
out? Right, 30 years. Did they have
30
an
years.
anniversary? No. 30?
Yeah, we just had one.
I missed
But that was
that.
a small one. Like you may see one, you may not. I don't really know.
No, we need something else because if I missed it, we need to have. Y'all need to do something else. Where did you have it at?
in Brooklyn.
You had it in Brooklyn.
Everybody came out. Ice-T, everybody came out.
Oh wow, I missed that. Okay, so how does it feel being around? Are y'all still in close contact? The communication still good between everybody? Yes. So but y'all just came together. No possibility of any new music or anything like that.
I mean,
or?
sometimes you got brothers you'll see one day, you can be happy, pop bottles, and when that day is over, it's like, okay, it's back to the regular
Back
program.
to the norm, right? See you next year when somebody else has an anniversary or a function happening.
I mean, I talked to my cousin Cool Keith, you know.
Okay. All right, but I want to open it up. We have some people in the audience that actually want to ask some questions, right? We had a lot of artists in the building today, a lot of people that just starting, some people that have a little history, and they definitely was excited to hear that you two were going to be in the building today. So they was like, you know, I said, I'll open it up and have them come and ask some questions. So who's the first person that would like to come up and ask a question? You could actually stand right here so we can get you on camera. And thank you for coming out and
I
asking.
made the mark, stand in front of the GT.
Yeah, you want to
That's
stand.
like perfect vision.
Yeah, right central,
See,
right?
it work.
Okay.
So what made you make your logo, like the logo? Like what made you what inspired you to do it?
Well, for me, man, it all started in my house as a little kid. My father, he just played a lot of music, man.
Right.
From blues, soul, funk, jazz, even gospel.
Right.
And when I was getting older, as I was growing up, he had all of these 45s and albums in the crib.
Right.
So you take like the clique he come from, Ultramagnetic, when Said G started doing them beats.
Right.
I'm hearing the records and I'm like, yo, Daddy got that.
Right. Right.
That's his
Right,
45.
I know that. Right.
Right.
I know that song.
So, and then I watched hip hop be born right in the back park in my projects in Brooklyn, LG,
Right.
Lafayette Gardens. And watching them DJs,
Right.
that's what gave me the bug for wanting to be a DJ. And then the DJing just turned into, it was a natural evolution.
Right.
Nice.
The DJing turned into producing.
So-
Sometimes when you play music as a DJ, finally, eventually, you want to make it
Right.
too.
Right. You get
Right.
your
And that's
own
what-
creativity
that's
starts
what happened to me.
So if you had a choice to describe the way hip hop is today, how would you describe it? Describing
question.
like the popularity of the kids, the different type of flows and the different types of enunciations, the way they produce their own music. How would you enunciate it? Like, what would be your ideal for the music today?
Okay, hip hop today versus back then. I think the mechanics is the same, but the talent is different. The approach is different to the beats, to the lyrics,
Right.
You know, a lot of the time signatures that cats is rhyming to now.
Right.
Back in the day, we was now they playing with the time signatures and they being creative. They're coming up with all different types of new things. Same thing you hear in the beats. I don't love everything that I'm hearing and that I'm seeing, I'm experiencing, but to a certain degree, I gotta open my mind up because when I was young and the hip hop was new, there's people like my moms and them and my father who I was listening to his record. That ain't music.
Right.
And now we get older and we find ourselves,
Right.
now we do it.
Right.
Oh, that ain't, but to a certain degree, you gotta open your mind because, you know, this is today's version of.
This is where it's going. This is how it's traveling, you know?
Yeah.
So it's true. Now, for those that are not familiar, give us a rundown of some of the artists that you've worked with.
I started out in a group called Rapping is Fundamental.
Thank you.
Right after that, all right, peace, bro. Big Daddy Kane, Miles Davis. I produced his very last album, the Jazz Trumpeter. Notorious B.I.G., Biggie, Tupac, Queen Latifah, LL Cool J, Public Enemy, Dougie Fresh, Craig Mack, Lost Boys. Sometimes
I know, yeah, the list
Wiz
is long.
Khalifa.
Oh yeah. Even modern day, not too long ago, Wiz Khalifa.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I didn't know about Wiz.
yeah.
Faith Evans.
On that Cabin Fever 3.
Nice,
mixtape,
wow.
Call Again.
I forgot about the Miles
Yeah, that was me,
Davis,
that
too.
was me.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still out here making moves and working with some major players still today. Like, how does that feel?
And you don't stop. That's the
And you
credo. That's my motto. That's what I
And
live
you
by.
don't stop, right?
And that's one of the most well-known sayings in hip-hop.
Right.
Whenever they used to rap at the end or whatever they was saying, I think really when they would run out of stuff to say, they said, freak, y'all. You don't stop.
They're just filling the gaps, right? They're filling that empty space.
But the more you think about it, like that phrase, it means a lot. So
It
much
does.
that I named an album, a beat album that I did a couple of years ago, and you don't stop. I was like, it means a lot.
Right. Definitely does. All right, Big D, so where can we find this music?
I was on iTunes.
It's on iTunes. What's the name of it?
New York Hardcore.
New York Hardcore. Okay. And what are we getting from Big D? What are you talking about in New York Hardcore? Tell us about it.
Them features.
Taking over New York
Right.
again, man. Bringing real hip hop back to New York.
Right.
I mean, I got my little brother here that's on the record. Come here, son.
Yeah, he can come out. I'm sorry, I can't.
That's from Rebel Arms with Immortal Technique.
Okay, thank you for joining us and coming in the building today. I appreciate it, you know.
The GT. The GT. Peace. What up? We were just together
Yes,
a
thank
couple
you
of weeks
for
ago.
I don't know if we have another mic. Nice to meet you. All right, so let's talk about this project that you're working on. Tell us about it.
Well, go ahead, Big D. I got you. I hold you down. I hype man it for you.
Well, he gave us a little rundown, right?
I told him about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, those my little brothers. They on the record.
So tell us about your part and what you have, your involvement in the project.
Well, that's Big Bro. So I roll with a crew called the Rebel Arms.
Okay.
It's Viper Records. Immortal Technique is an independent artist.
Nice.
You know, very popular on the underground
Yes, I
independent
heard
scene.
of him. Yeah, I know.
So I'm part of that crew.
Okay.
So Big D, that's the Big Bro. You know, we got a family relationship. So, you know, we've been on the underground independently for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Toured the world.
Yeah.
Been all over this country a few times. So when he
Nice.
said he's ready to take this over again, because you know, we know no issues with none of the new music, but there's an era of music that's being totally forgotten right now. So and that's what we represent. So
Yeah,
that's
no,
what it is.
I totally agree. Why now, Big D? Why now's the time?
Because I feel like it's only right. I came to do what Jay-Z and Puff did. And that's what I came to do. Like, and with BGF, like, I got a team of dudes. Everybody nice. I'm even getting ready to rock out with Big Pun's son. Like,
Nice.
you know what I
met
mean?
him,
Like,
Chris.
I'm snatching
Talking about
everybody.
Chris?
Yeah. I'm
just-
snatching everybody.
Yeah,
up,
you
like,
might as well get it
Yeah.
all out there, especially if y'all vibing the same.
Shouts
You
to
have
all the
similar
lyricists.
messages. Right. Shout
All
out
the
to all the
lyricists.
lyricists because he's nice.
And I got my big brother Rakim. He keep me grounded. You know what I mean? Mo B, Mortal Technique. Like, I keep myself around dudes that keep me grounded.
Right. No, you're supposed to, definitely. So we can go to iTunes. We could definitely find the music.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say to anybody who's been supporting you, following you? Because I know you got a lot of people that's...
yeah, man.
The love is real out here in the
My
streets.
brothers,
So.
MOP, man, you know, those are my dudes, man. They with me, you know. Everybody that's been with me, my day ones, they know who they are.
Okay.
And that's who I'm doing it for. My wife, my family, and my team.
That's
Shout
right.
out features
That's right.
on the album.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Peter Guns, Smooth the Hustler, Trigger the Gambler, Grandmaster Cass, Tito,
Legends.
Legends.
Pillars of
All the-
hip hop.
Right,
Mortal
right.
Technique, Royal Flush, Mr. Cheeks,
Nice. I gotta check this out.
Felon, Will Porter, Slim, Sway Sever, Poison Pen,
Team Mommy.
Rakim.
Wow.
Like, you know,
No, that's extensive right there. That's extensive. I need to definitely go to iTunes and
That's
check
why
this
the
out.
album takes so long, because he keep making records.
He kept
I'm
like
like,
every
put
time
it
you thought you
out,
was
man.
done, right? It was like, nah, I got to do a feature with this
Yeah,
person,
yeah.
right? You kept this man busy for a while, but that's good though. That's
nah,
good.
but the tour took up a lot of time because I was out with Eric B. and Rakim
Yeah, you was gone
for
for
like
a
6
while.
months, so
Right.
that was like,
Right, definitely.
I had to come
Who
back
would you
home.
want to work with today? If it's any one of the artists, I'm talking about a new school artist. Is there any new school artist that you feel that you could produce something nice for? Who would you want to work with? If you even know the names, I don't even know most of their names, but if
They all start with Lil.
right, right. If anybody comes to mind, and y'all missed some good talent here today. We had some. They was putting it down in the studio today.
Yeah, I think we walked in on them.
You did?
Yeah.
Who would it be? You might, I don't know, you might have to describe them. I don't know. Look. That's a hard one.
Yeah, it's a hard one.
Anybody remind you, like, besides the people you know, Big D, or any, you know, anybody remind you just coming out with that same kind of vibe, like when Tupac and Biggie came out, you know how they just came out, they just took over. Is there any artist you could see that's kind of new, but the new ones have great big buzzers now compared to how the other artists started, but is there anybody that you see that's gonna lyrically leave that kind of mark or imprint on a whole era, a generation of music like those two artists? Because the lyrics, the game is different. I know they not speaking
Is
like...
anybody even trying to do that
Right,
now, though?
I had to
Honestly?
think about that
I'll
when
tell
I
you
asked
one
the question.
person.
I'm like, who would be that person? Is it anybody?
Big Pun Son.
Big Pun Son? Okay. Anybody commercial that you could think of? That when they rapping, like you could hear the lyrics and be like, okay, this kid's saying something, like really consistently.
I mean,
though.
Kendrick, you know, Kendrick
Oh
definitely
yeah,
talking.
definitely
Kendrick is
Kendrick,
talking,
right. Kendrick is definitely one. I want to see, look, he's going to see Big D done had him. He's like,
Me and Big D had this
Understand
conversation in
working.
private all the time.
I mean, you know, it's hard to say. I'm going to be honest with you. I hear a lot of repetition.
you do, okay.
So versatility
Is lacking on some parts,
yeah,
for some
yeah,
people,
yeah.
okay.
it is.
Okay. Any other projects that you're working on right now that you want to tell us about?
Well, I'm going to work on a compilation album.
Okay, nice. Okay. When do you expect that we can look out for that? Any time
I
frame?
only started on so far like about 2 records. It's going to be a mixture of previously unreleased stuff.
Nice. Nice.
And there's some gems that I want to drop. And then also work with different MCs. And I intend to showcase, see, it's crazy that you just asked that because I intend to showcase new talent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it. In my memory, it's like we just
And that's
had
what I
this
did with this
interview.
album. I
It's
got
like-
I got a lot of
It's
up
not
and
about-
down new
yeah, you
artists
got
on
some
this
great
album.
features on yours. I definitely have to go check that out.
Facts.
Yeah, the names you just dropped just now, I didn't even know was a part of this project. So that's good. Where can they follow you on social media and?
Instagram, Big D _CEO _ BGF Entertainment. YouTube, Big D. Facebook, Darnell Williams. Twitter, The Real Big D.
Okay. And salute to you and your contributions in music. To you as well, Easy Mo B. And to you as well. Say your name again, I'm sorry.
Good Time Slim.
All right. anybody that came in, changed the game with some conscious rocks, help affect our generation in a positive way, right? Big ups for
I
that.
mean, that's what it need to be. Like this
Exactly.
summer coming up, we gonna take the hood over, throw block parties for the kids
Right,
again.
take
You
it
know,
back.
yeah, like, and that's what I'm getting ready to do. Like, I'm about to really outpo the game, charter buses, going to the casinos and all of that, and
That's what's up.
just do it again, man. You
Yes,
know,
definitely.
that's what the hood is missing.
Right, I agree. Well, thank you all for joining me today. And definitely check out, say it again, the title?
New York Hardcore,
New York Hardcore. Make
produced
sure you go
by
to
Just
iTunes.
Blaze.
Produced by Just Blaze.
Yeah.
Make sure you go to iTunes and get that. Easy Mo B, thank you so much again, everybody, for joining, all my guests for joining me today. And we'll be back with more. Are you on social media?
At the real Easy Mo B, at the real EASYMOBEE on Instagram, on Twitter, EASY_MO_BEE.
Okay, and your social
Good
media?
Time Slim on everything.
On everything.
Find it real
Okay.
easy, real easy.
Okay, do you listen to new music when people send it? Like, say if an artist reach out, do you listen to it and give them feedback?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so make sure y'all hit them up on social media, okay? And we'll be back with more. Thank you again. Thank you for joining me. Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is your Deborah Coco, and welcome to the Just Gimme the Mic show, where we pass the mic to you so you can tell the world who you are and what it is that you do. Welcome. To be a featured guest on the show, make sure you send us an email to justgivemethemic12@gmail.com.